Well, hello once again, everyone. My name is Lauren Christensen, and I'm one of the Bryan LifePoint registered dietitians here again today to share some more nutrition information with you. So really today's focus will be on busting some myths. I've seen a lot of claims out there on the internet, which we know that we need to take with a little bit of a grain of salt, but just wanted to really give you the facts on some of these. So hopefully this will prove beneficial for you. Just again, like I said, want to shed a little bit of light on a couple of things here for us. So we'll start out with our first statement, which is that you can boost your immune system by consuming certain foods or nutrients. So kind of think in your head in terms of how you would answer that. Would that be fact or fiction? Unfortunately, sorry friends, this is a myth. There's no scientific evidence to prove or support that any one food or nutrient can bolster your immune system. It doesn't mean that we just throw our hands up in the air and say, oh, well, I surrender. Not quite. The best things that we can really do to support our immune system include the things that we would do for an overall healthy lifestyle. Fueling our body, providing good nutrition to our body. The combination of the nutrients can really be supportive of our immune system. But it's a complex system, so it's not just going to be that a certain vitamin or mineral is going to lead the show with this. So consume a varied diet that incorporates foods from all 5 food groups, focusing on a calorie range that meets your specific needs. We want you to stay hydrated. We're wanting you to exercise. So hopefully you've been enjoying this beautiful weather that we've been having and taking advantage of that outdoors. Get adequate sleep, which, again, I know can sometimes be a little bit difficult or maybe more easier said than done, but really trying to hone in on that. And then find helpful ways that work well for you to cope with stressors and help work through some of those. In addition to that, smoking cessation and limiting alcohol are both also very important if these are factors that are currently in play. All right, on to our next statement. So vitamin mineral supplementation will protect me from coronavirus. If you were paying attention on my first slide, you may have already answered this as a myth. There's no evidence to suggest that adding supplements to your diet will protect or prevent coronavirus. I know initially when this was kind of first evolving, there was a lot of stuff out there that said, stock up on your vitamin C and your zinc. And we hear that oftentimes in association with, coming into flu and cold season. But again, there's just not hard evidence that supports that. So for the most part, people should be able to obtain their nutrition through the food that they eat. And that should be adequate to support what your body needs, especially if you're consuming a varied diet. So as dietitians like to use, it's a common phrase, but we like to throw out there to eat the rainbow. And no, I'm not necessarily talking about Skittles or Lucky Charms. Rather, talking about ensuring that you are eating a lot of different fruits and vegetables, getting lots of different colors in there to ensure that you are taking in a wide array of nutrients. So keep in mind, vegetables and fruit can be fresh, frozen, or canned. All of them are going to give us really great nutrition. In terms of supplements, I often use the analogy of thinking of them as if they're an insurance policy. So if there is maybe a deficiency or somebody that has a difficult time getting a certain vitamin through their diet due to maybe allergies or intolerances, then yes, we would maybe need to look into supplementation to fill those gaps. But we don't want it to be the whole show. We want this to be just that thing that kind of fills in for us, and really, still focusing the bulk of our nutrition through food. If there is a deficiency, like I said, of course a supplement would be warranted, and we would encourage that. Two that are pretty common that people do need supplementation for would be vitamin D and calcium. And so again, it's not to say that you can't ever use supplements, but for the most part, we should be trying to achieve most of our nutrition needs through our food intake. All right, so for our final statement here, I've also read that drinking warm water frequently will protect me from coronavirus. As mentioned earlier, staying hydrated is really important, and it can help support our immune system. But there's no validity that drinking water or drinking a certain temperature of water at certain times. The things that I had seen were drink warm water every 15 minutes. And that will flush the virus into your stomach if you do have it, and then your stomach acids will take care of it from there. There's no truth in that, but again, we do need to really stay well hydrated. So overall, this is a myth, but we want people to still focus on getting adequate fluid intake and opting primarily for water throughout the day. That can be just an overall healthy choice. We can get fluids through other beverages, so things like milk, tea, coffee, even sodas, but I would caution that if we're taking in too many caffeinated beverages, that can actually be dehydrating for us. So make sure that there's a healthy balance within that. So while you may be somewhat disappointed to learn that there isn't a magic food or nutrient or water temperature for that matter that will drastically lower your chances of developing coronavirus, focusing on that overall healthy lifestyle can really be beneficial in supporting our immune system, and that's what we want people to focus on. As you know, the things that are going to protect us more from coronavirus are things like washing our hands often, practicing social distancing, washing your hands again, wearing a face mask, and then again, washing your hands. Those give us a much better chance to protect ourselves and protect the people that we love and others that we may come in contact with. So hopefully you found this helpful. Make sure to obtain your information from reliable sources. Use a healthy amount of skepticism when reading statements that sound a little too good to be true. If you do have further questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at lauren.christensen@bryanhealth.org. I hope that you all are continuing to nourish your bodies every time you opt for a snack or a meal. And until next time, I hope you're all staying really well, and thanks for watching.